Well, this is the vision that was sold to us, and I think it's fair to say they didn't deliver on it.
Kidding.
Trump 2028.
This as now Elon is threatening to start a new political party. What in the world is going on here? As of course he is going off in all the ways that are triggering people in power right now, as we are seeing the big beautiful bill being gutted right in front of our eyes by all the special interest groups that are carving out all the good things that are supposed to be for America. As the debate rages on, what will be the future of this big, beautiful bill? What will be in there? What won't be in there? We'll talk about some of the disappointing voices, some of the voices of optimism, the future of this, as well as a potential political realignment that could be happening under the viewpoint of Elon Musk here. As of course, let's just be honest here. Our political discourse is a little absurd. It's a little crazy. And if you appreciate us trying to do our best to make sense of it, subscribe, click the notification button, as of course there's a lot to get into, especially when it comes to the interpersonal dynamics between these two, Elon and Trump here, that of course had better days there, as Donald Trump just called Elon Musk a friend. And during a Fox News interview, he had some interesting things to say about the Tesla dealer.
He's going to do well, always. He's a smart guy. And he actually went and campaigned with me and, this and that. But he got a little bit upset and, that wasn't appropriate.
Why did he get upset? He just wasn't getting what he wanted?
Look, the electric vehicle mandate, the EV mandate is a tough thing for him, I would think. I don't want everybody to have an electric car. I campaigned on, you have choice. If you want a gasoline powered, if you want a hybrid, I love the electric. I love his cars. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, this is what Donald Trump's kind of hinting at here and pointing to, specifically when it comes to Elon's kind of opposition to all of this, as Elon is set to lose a lot of government incentives and programs that, of course, predominantly have benefited him, as he has been on the crux of electric vehicles. He has been the man, whether you like it or not, that has kind of developed and brought us these vehicles that have been in the works for a very, very long time, but he's the only one that was able to deliver on them. And being the kind of pioneer and innovator of it, the government now getting rid of their EV mandates, which has been mandating these type of vehicles for you to have here, which I find communistic. I'm actually on the side of Donald Trump here when it comes to a lot of these mandates. As of course, that's not the only thing that is in this, quote, big, beautiful bill that will be working out against Elon Musk. As of course, there's a lot of other things, especially when it comes to, quote, renewable energy, battery energy, green energy, that Elon Musk is also very heavily invested in. If you remember, the main way that Elon kind of made his money, it, of course, was through carbon trading for his Teslas.
But not everybody should have that, and not everybody wants that. And Biden, who's so stupid, he said everybody has to have an electric car by what, 2030? Okay? I think he said by 2030, which is in 5 years, people don't want that. And how do you do that when you don't have enough electricity? You go to California, where they want everybody to have an electric car, and yet they have brownouts and blackouts every weekend.
Mr. President, let me...
Yeah, Donald Trump is bringing up some important issues here, as of course the sale of RVs and diesel cars is already banned in certain states because of these mandates, which are communistic, un-American, and absolutely do nothing against the, quote, environment. If you look at a lot of the batteries and where they're sourced from these Teslas, they're not sourced in the most ethical ways. I'll just leave it at that. As of course, Elon Musk just took to Twitter and said, it is obvious with the insane spending of this bill, which increases the debt ceiling by a record $5 trillion, that we can live in a one-party country. The Porky Pig Party. Time for a new political party that actually cares about the people. Now, this is interesting here because, if you look at Elon, he played a very central role. He played a very important role in investing in Donald Trump, in the Republican political party, in the voter outreach effort. And he was working with individuals like Joe Rogan and telling them, hey, we should get this guy in there. And Elon Musk didn't get what he wanted to. As, of course, the corporate media was saying, oh, he's buying government. He's going to get all the policies. He's going to get all the contractors. And then Donald Trump was like, no, this policy doesn't really work for us. We're going to get rid of it. Elon kind of was pissed here. And then he came out and then talked about the Epstein client list, which kind of made everyone's jaw drop to the floor in the room of this political circus that all of us are involved in. Now, what is he going to be doing here with this new political party? I want to talk about all the potential type of things that could be happening here, because there is a political realignment here. There is a small opportunity here. Granted, it's going to be very difficult to get done here, but then he tweeted something underneath this. He then sent out another tweet threatening this once again. But before talking about this and the Epstein client list, we specifically wanted to talk about wearechange.shop. We got a lot of great products available to you. I just took some vitamin C after having my lunch. I might have some tea. The tea's going fast, by the way. We're almost sold out of all of our teas. We still have some lemon ginger, organic lemon ginger tea. Really good stuff here, which now you could buy with one click of a button. But one of the products I am most proud of and also take almost every single day. No, I actually do take it every single day. It's Common Sense Creatine. You get a 2-month supply for $53. I was just, again, on Instagram and I saw this post saying scientists say a 50-cent muscle supplement slows aging and may reverse Alzheimer's. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen here, but a lot of people are calling creatine a game changer for brain health and aging, specifically at the University of Regina, as there are now top researchers, professors, and people who study nutrition and aging that are looking at creatine and saying, hey, this has very promising results that suggest that it could potentially slow aging, reduce inflammation, and even improve cognitive function in people with Alzheimer's disease. Scientists say the supplement supplies energy to cells, especially in the brain, one of the body's most energy-demanding organs, boosting resilience under stress. That's why I've been taking creatine. I've been seeing personally a big difference in the way that my brain works. So I'm super happy with this stuff. And again, I've embraced it. The research that's being done here is just really fascinating and truly something that is changing the landscape here. As of course we have this Business Insider article here. It's not just for gym bros. Scientists say a 50-cent muscle building supplement slows aging and may counteract Alzheimer's. And again, I don't like making these claims. It's got this, that. Listen, with any type of substance, do your own research before putting it into your own body. Talk to your own kind of medical professional about doing that. There's a lot of misconceptions about creatine, but it's not just about building muscle, which is key and essential towards a long, healthy life. It also is really, really good for the noggin. And I really like this stuff. I think you might too. By getting it, you support your own independent health journey and you support us at the same time. We sourced it from some of the cleanest, some of the best places out there. And truly, it's one of the best supplements that we've got, and we've sold out really quickly. We have some now. They just came in. And we are going to be, of course, hopefully, again, the supply chain was so disrupted because it was from a foreign country. But again, we'll do our best to make sure we have it in stock from now on. Hopefully it works out. Now, I kind of asked people on my social media account, what should be the name of this new party that Elon Musk is hinting at here? As people said, the Freedom Party. True Patriot responded here by saying, doesn't matter, honestly. Eventually, AI will be incorporated into our government institutions. Palantir just got a new government contract to do that. Progress and growth will be automated and voting won't matter, just like Trump said. It is inevitable. Yeah. Yeah. Another person said, the Un-Party. Unbought, unbullish, unapologetic. I kind of like that. A lot of people are saying, can't happen, won't happen. Listen, with the way that things are going, anything and everything is possible, especially when you have a nerd behind it that is one of the richest people in the world and has artificial intelligence at his fingertips that he is developing and working on that will essentially give him godlike power and authority. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think it's a bad thing. That allows the possibility for all things that could potentially happen here, as Elon Musk is now doubling down on this, saying, if this insane spending bill passes, the American Party will be formed the next day. Our country needs an alternative to the Democratic Republican Uniparty so that the people could actually have a voice. As a lot of people on the left and on the right are saying, I will join, count me in. Will that actually work here? Well, hypothetically, listen, I think the biggest thing that Elon has going for him is the technological type of advantage that he's going to have at his particular fingertips here. Now, who will he kind of get to be big representatives of his party? I think individuals like Thomas Massey might have more of a impact here. I think probably so would Rand Paul. And when we look at a lot of these type of individuals, a lot of people are also talking about getting the guy who called for UBI in there, that Asian guy. I don't know if that guy could work with some of the more principled values, as people are saying Vivek could be in there, as of course, a lot of these people that we're mentioning have been politically kind of ostracized by Donald Trump, as Elon Musk kind of has been ostracized by Donald Trump and pushed away from the Republican political party. And Elon Musk, allegedly apologized about saying that Donald Trump was up on the Epstein client list, and therefore that's why we won't be getting the Epstein client list. Now, ever since then, there was a kind of war of words. And Donald Trump threatened to cut off the contracts for Elon Musk's companies, especially his Starlink and his SpaceX companies. And then Elon Musk said, you know what? I'm cutting you guys off. I'm not going to give you guys my services. And then he apologized for that, saying, okay, no, I won't cut the government off. So far, it looks like there haven't been any kind of major contract cut so far. But will he be getting a lot of them in the future? Probably not. As of course, Politico has a very interesting article that reads, he's going to do everything to damage the president. Former Musk friend on the Trump fallout. In a rare interview after the Musk-Trump row, Silicon Valley founder Philip Lowe predicts his former friend will seek retaliation against the president of the United States. Now, that could be starting a new political party. Because listen, if there is a new political party, right, like we have seen here, if it's very close and it has all of the people that were pushed out of the MAGA movement and the Donald Trump movement, if it has all the people that are anti-war and anti-going into the Middle East and had different kind of head-butting moments with, president or some of his base, if there's an election now, let's just say, let's just run it back. It's Kamala Harris versus Trump versus all the other people that previously were on the Trump camp here. That would allow Kamala Harris to win here. Now, if Elon Musk really wants to damage the former president of the United States, he would create a third party that, of course, would splinter the right wing. Some people argue Donald Trump has splintered the right wing by causing this kind of war to expand and grow and continue and start off in the Middle East. There's an argument to be made for that, too, which I think is an interesting one to have here. As right now, I think Donald Trump wants to have this big, beautiful bill. He wants to have a big success here. He wants to sign this on July 4th. He wants to go on tour and talk about, look what I was able to do for you. And again, the tax breaks, good. The immigration enforcement, good. I like that. That's some good stuff here. There's other stuff in there, especially when it comes to not allowing states to regulate or do anything about artificial intelligence that are just like, wait, what? Why are we doing that? As the Senate just voted 51 to 49 to block Planned Parenthood funding, I think, okay, good. I I think that's a good component here. But we have other people freaking out here, saying we are drowning in the incompetence of the GOP. I cannot believe this is no Doge cut. No executive orders codified. Now they added back in welfare for illegals into the into the big beautiful bill. What the F is going on with the Senate GOP? Yeah. Yeah. I agree here. People are saying, chill out. Nothing ever happens overnight. Discover some patience here. Other people are saying the Senate has gone rogue, and we keep pretending that everything is still by the book. Nothing will change until the people will change it. And again, listen, there's a lot of people that aren't really too happy about this. Former Libertarian presidential candidate, the nominee, the guy who wanted to be the nominee, wasn't the nominee, sorry. Austin Peterson says no REINS Act, no deficit reduction, no end to suppressor registration. Thomas Massie is one of the few telling the truth here, as of course he has been speaking out against the big, beautiful bill. So has Elon Musk here, as clearly now there's going to be a lot of confusion. Now, we just finally had the reading of this big, beautiful bill. It took 16 hours to read this big, beautiful bill. And again, it is being usurped. It is being changed. And well, listen, we're not always going to get what we want here. But for the special interest groups to kind of come in there and to take away all the good stuff that actually does work for us and to create situations that only work out for them, it's also tiresome. It's also tiresome right now with what is happening in the Middle East. I think that's the real fracture. Listen, Donald Trump is giving leverage and allowing Elon Musk to get back at him by fracturing the base with this forever war type of scenario, Middle Eastern situation that's going on right now, as the Trump administration just notified Congress of plans to provide $510 million in guidance systems to Israel for its 2,000-pound and 500-pound bombs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Now, according to reports coming in, the Department of State just approved of this. And once again, we're hearing reports, it hasn't been confirmed yet, that explosions are already happening in Iran. So disappointing. As we told you, it was just going to be a matter of time until things kicked off again. And the ceasefire was a temporary one. It has been. And so far, it looks like we're going to be involved in more Middle Eastern type of scenarios that clearly will not be working out for the American people in any way, shape, or form here. Listen, we had a very interesting article by InfoWars saying censorship, psyops, false flags, a plan to break MAGA and push war. Now, it would be very convenient to break up this kind of coalition. Now, who's doing it? Is it Elon Musk or is it Donald Trump? I would say it's a combination of both here. Now, if there is a new political party, it's going to be along the same lines of what Donald Trump promised, but is it delivering on, especially when it comes to peace, especially when it comes to a lot of his bigger, bolder promises? Obviously, that's going to splinter the base that much more. And then this, of course, allows the Democrats to just be able to walk into power. Now, already, I would argue that they're already walking into power and that this might actually potentially change things up in a way where there might be some actual kind of legitimate resistance to this. But again, whenever there's a new political party, the chances of success here are going to be extremely difficult, even when you have the world's richest man who has godlike technology at his fingertips and satellite communications that are essential tools for many states to run their military programs through. How do you see this unfolding here? As again, all roads leads to Democrats winning in the midterms. The war expands, Democrats win. The lobbyists destroyed the big, beautiful bill, the Democrats win. Donald Trump needs to radically change the way that our kind of financial system runs, because there's going to be more and more people that are going to be aligned with the Zahran Mamdani types, And listen, those guys are going to have a field. Those guys are going to just walk into power easily without facing any type of resistance if we continue to allow the military-industrial complex, the special interest groups, the lobbyists to pillage, rob, and to, you know what, us. Okay? Donald Trump needs to put a stop to this. Then we can make America great again. Focus on ourselves. Focus on economic opportunities. Focus on the future of this country. And if he's able to deliver on that, which I, God willing, hope and pray he does, then and only then could there be actual some kind of resistance. Otherwise, right now, we're on the pathway of communist Democrats walking on in and taking the reins of power. And everyone looking back and be like, oh yeah, the Republicans were in charge again, and they didn't do jack-ish. What a surprise. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, there's going to be a new political party. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below if you think that could be an actual solution and remedy to all of this. Do you think it could work? You know where I stand on the issues. Thank you so much for getting the creatine, supporting your own brain and cognitive function. You're going to need it with how just crazy and insane things are. Right, Atlas? Come over here. Right, Atlas? Yeah, let's make some noise. Yeah. Yeah. Screw the government. Yeah. They always get us, Atlas. They always get us.